Oh, hey. I guess it's finally time to show you the home office. So, come on in. Hi, my name is Bentley. I'm a photographer, filmmaker, and this is my home office. If you have been subscribed for a while, this has been a journey. This has been 2 years in the making, and finally I have completed it, and safe to say I'm not going to be moving anything around, which is great. So without further ado, without going into the depths of anything, I'm just going to take you around and show you what's essentially in this office. So to start off, the gear cupboard. So this is a mirror, so obviously we'll see each other and I look at myself. And you are greeted with a corkboard and a toolbox. So the corkboard is for me to see what I want to do for 2026. If I have a project, I can easily put it there. But obviously this is the 2026 in production goals. We are doing the office as we speak, so I can take that off once this is done. And then I have some photos of my office, and then this is if you can see it, this is the first photo that I took within the office when we bought our house back in 2024. So it's been that long. It's actually coming up to 2 years now that we've moved into this place. Raggling on. And then you'll come down to the actual toolbox. So on the top here is my Yashica, because that's the camera I mainly use when I want to shoot film, roller film, field notes, you name it. And then we actually come down to my actual gear drawers. So we've got mainly the gear stuff up here. The Canon sits here, my Fuji sits down there. And then as we go further down, we have batteries, SD cards, drones, cables, and then they get progressively down. So I've organized that to be perfect for me and that I don't get confused. Originally I had it in another way that ended up having too many clusters and bits of everything, so I've just fixed it up now. And then we come to the other side, which has got a vest so I can be safe when I go do a shoot. I only did it once. And then we have my tripods, and then film, and then other personal things up there which we don't talk about. We just close that and I forget about it. We take things one thing at a time. Now to show you where the main stuff happens, where everything is all done. This is my main desk. This is where everything occurs. This is where everything happens. This is where I edit my videos. This is where I make my videos. As you can see, I've got the aperture light there. Hello. And, just something to keep it clean. It doesn't need to be filled with anything. Some stuff to keep me, reminded who I am. So we have a Lego camera that's, sorry, I'm out of focus. A Lego camera that's designed as a Leica. And then we have my boy Lewis Hamilton's Lego helmet with his little minifigure down there. Wants to focus. Hey, bud. And then we have a whale for secret purposes, inside joke stuff with me and my fiance. And everything is all powered by the MacBook Pro, Apple 16-inch. And that is the M1 edition, so the first version of their Apple Silicon. And then it's all connected to a Lenovo 27-inch monitor. Mainly because as much as I loved working out of the MacBook, and even this monitor, this is what I used to run out of, I needed something a bit better. And when you're sitting here looking at a I'm losing focus. Anyway, when you're sitting here editing photos, editing a video, I really want to be able to see it, and I wanted something that had decently great colors, which this does, and it's a big enough screen to where I'm not squinting my eyes and hurting my eyes. and then everything is all powered by the Logitech MX Master Keys and MX Master 3S, and where I charge my phone is the Anker Mag Go, and then that's currently charging my X100 at the moment. And then we move on to, I'm going to sit you down now because it's starting to get a little bit heavy. Next we move on to my little chill space corner, whatever you want to call it. Huh? So this part here is all just me. You know, this space is not only for my creativity, it's for me to be on my own, you know, do things that I love, you know, chill, read, write things down. And the main part of this was literally all that in mind. Now, when I don't chill and when I don't read, I'm gaming. As you can see here, I've got a wheel and then pedals at the bottom because I'm a gamer and I love racing. As you can tell, there is a big Ferrari behind me in Lego and that is hanging on the wall. So I spend my time here playing on my PlayStation. So when I don't want to be creative and I just want to play around, I come on here. And then we come up to my IKEA shelf, which I bought 2 years ago and originally had it set up to go here, but I didn't buy screws for it, so I couldn't actually do it and put it up. This thing is supported by 2 screws? No. This is all they gave me. Hang on. That's all they gave me. 2 tiny screws. And that's supposed to hold that. Well, just another Bentley can't read. So, wall shelf, yet to come. So it hid in my cupboard for ages and I originally thought I was going to sell it, and then now I'm actually using it. So this is some parts that make up me. So from the left I have Lewis, and then the Lego F1 cars, and then the Ken Block car, and then if you can't see back there, there is an emergency 10mm and a Linkin Park vinyl that was custom made for me by my mother when she went to New Zealand, so thank you for that. And then we have my photography kind of side, so I got a Kodak box brownie that was given to me by my best friend, Lego Polaroid, a little kind of keychain of film that I got in an order of an old camera, another keychain that I got from a friend, and then this guy, if you haven't picked it already, is in reference to Peaky Blinders, which is one of my favourite shows. And obviously can't forget my lovely fiancée down there, who gifted that. And more of my kind of personality shines here in the display shelf. So again, F1 cars, books, because I like to read. Not only does it look cool when you move over here, but you know, it's just a kind of whole back wall of just, this is me, this is what my personality is like. So when you're not stepping in here, it's not just a normal office and it's so modern, it's just me. And we come down to my bags, which I have my main bag, which is the Nomatic 25 litre. I'm a big fan of the Nomatic bags and Peter McKinnon, so I gotta have his bags. And then my sling bag for, you know, everyday go-to stuff. This was fabulous to take around. And then my new bag, the 18 litre Luma. As you can tell, it's still got the tag on it, so future video for that guy. Then last but not least, we come to this part of the office. Let me see you down here. So this is kind of my working table. So when I'm, let me sit down. So when I'm working and getting ready for a shoot or coming back from a shoot, I don't want to lay everything on my desk because I feel like that's just going to create a mess, and then they're either not going to move, and then I'm going to get frustrated, and then things are going to be messy. So this is entirely what this is for. So when I'm getting ready for shoot, my bag can sit up here. I can put things in, move back and forth between the gear cupboard and put everything in. And so then I have, pick this up, my drawers that I picked up from IKEA. And that's got my cleaning stuff. I can't really see it, but it's got cleaning stuff, and then I've got a bit of everything in here for like tech and stuff that's just easily accessible. And then we have business cards, charger, don't know why I have that up there. Little print. And then these are my notebooks, which I write in these. Another future video coming soon. And then as we move further down, we have a box down here. This is for all my film stuff. I'm just going to show you so you get a rough idea. So that's all my film stuff. So when I put film into my thing, that thing, that. When I put film into that, I have stuff for it. So kind of keeps everything all in one. Go in there. And then I have another one which is currently empty, so I'm trying to figure out what I put in here. This stuff is all for my notebooking, so sharpener, double-sided tape. These are library card things which go in, which I'll make in a future video. And then some rope, pegs, and then all my actual drill, binoculars, book, and then more things that make up my personality. And then we have my lovely photo books. Some are mine, some are not. Well, I mean, that's mine there. And then these are ones that I just like to look at. And then my photo albums down here, because I like to print. So I keep all these together and print out my photos that I take and memories to look back on and all that jazz. Don't mind me just adjusting. And then finally, we come to the end of the office. And this here is my photo wall. Now this design was not originally part of the original design. I mean, this whole entire office was not on the original design. This is just how it turned out. But originally, what I wanted to do was put a bunch of frames up, like a big photo here, small one here, small one here, small one here, small one. You get the jazz. And it turned out I just didn't like that. I had a big Ferrari poster photo here and more photos around, and then I just realized that it was just too modern. And I've liked shooting film, and I've liked the analog side of things. And so if you get the reference here, I'm hanging these photos like a darkroom print. There's really nothing to it. It's just something that I've liked. And why do I have the top row done and the bottom one no? Because January, February, March, April, May, and June. Do you get it? Basically, this is like my 2026 wall, and it'll become a 2027 wall and a 2028 wall. So the idea is, at the end of every month, I print off a photo that is my favourite. And then we get to the end of the year where you have all the photos up. And you get to see basically my 2026 in review with photos in the gallery wall. And then once we come back to January, I take more photos. And then at the end of January, I take this one off and a new one goes up. That way, I'm just going to put you up here. That way, it becomes current and updated, and that was the main reason why I didn't want the frames, because I'd have to take them down, and then if I wanted to move them, I'd have to move them. But for this, I can just take down the photo, put up a new one, and it's updated and it's current, and you can see me evolve as a photographer and seeing this is what he's done in 2026, this is what he's done in 2027. Like, I don't know. But yeah, that is it. That's the office. I don't want to make a crazy video on this. This is just me literally walking around and showing you what I've done. Because, I'm just a guy taking photos, making videos, and, finally finishing his office. Finally finishing the space that can help me creatively, there we go. And, just be a space for fun. So, yeah. This was a rush job, but, what's more to say? This is the first of many offices, hopefully. This will be my office for the next few years, unless something happens and I change it. But I don't think anytime soon nothing's changing until I move house, and then that way we get a new office and then we update that. So thank you all for watching. Yeah, let me know what you think. It's just a basic office. So, yeah. Bye. Okay. I'm done now. See ya.